Well, nice to be here with you guys. I live here in Cincinnati. I like living in Cincinnati, but I recently realized that I can never ever leave, even if I want to leave Cincinnati. Because sometimes I'll go and do comedy in other cities, right? And in every city that I go to, there's a different comedy scene. And I've realized that in every single comedy scene I have ever been to, there's at least one lesbian who looks exactly like me. Take your time. God did. It's fine. It's fine. Let it unfurl. It's fine. Yeah. Can't wear khaki pants because everyone thinks I'm a WNBA coach. That is awful. I'm your local lesbian. Yay! That's my friend dying in the back. My former friend. Thank you very much. I have a girlfriend, you motherfuckers. How about that? New addition to a sad story. I had to go to the grocery store to buy condoms recently, and I'm at a point in my life where I don't really get embarrassed whenever I need to buy condoms. It's not embarrassing to me, but I was really, really embarrassed because the only line that was open was being manned by a girl who was clearly no older than 17. And selling condoms to a guy who looks like a Staples manager was not high on her list of things she wanted to do that day. And I felt really, really bad about it, too, because it wasn't even like she was like one of those smoking hot jailbait teenagers like you see on the Disney Channel. No, she was just... She was like a nice, normal girl. She wanted a pony, that sort of thing. And it was bad, too, because I almost did that hack joke thing where when you're just buying the condoms, you reach for something else on the shelf to mask the fact that you're just a dirty, dirty perv. But the only thing on the shelf that I actually wanted was a movie theater-sized box of peanut butter Whoppers. And that wouldn't have made things less awkward at all. I would have just looked like I was a moron who was on his way to like an adult slumber party, you know, like, hey, nice lady, how's come all your water balloons are so expensive, you know? It's bad, man. I think the world would be so much of a better place if you could go whenever you need to just buy condoms and only condoms, if you could purchase them from a dirty old man who looks and acts every bit as disgusting as you feel. Like you go up there and it'll be like, condoms, huh? Well, good morning, starshine. So, who's the lucky fella? If you're waiting for another punchline on that joke, it's not coming. That's it. I make a bunch of crazy noises, and that's basically my act these days. Sorry. I've evolved. I always wanted to be a tough guy when I was growing up. I was one of those like dorky kids, not that I'm like such a tower of manliness now, but I was one of those dorky kids that thought that he had it in him to be like a really awesome, kick-ass, hard-ass, tough guy type of dude. All I needed was just a chance to prove it. Because I used to watch all these 1980s movies, and I always like fantasize that someday I'd be in that position where I see like the woman running down the alley, and then this gang of tough guys chasing her down the alley, and like they're just about to mess with her, and then I would step out of the shadows and say something really awesome like, looks like somebody forgot to take out the trash, you know? It'd be awesome. And I thought I was going to have a chance to finally beat somebody up one day. I was walking down by Newport-on-the-Levee in Kentucky, and there were like these two hillbillies, this man and this woman, and they were having an argument. And I don't know what they were arguing about. Like, I don't know what hillbillies argue about, like beef jerky or Jeff Dunham. I don't know, like... I'm telling you, them puppets is real! I don't know what they were fighting about. But it escalated, and the guy hillbilly went, shut up, and reached out and went like, whack, and smacked the chick right in the face. And that's when I was like, it's go time. So I stepped on it up, and I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was something really badass, like, hey, double wide, why don't you try picking on someone who graduated high school? Or something like that. True story, the hillbilly, this is how he responds. He reaches down, grabs his shirt, rips it off in one swoop and goes, you want a step? No, I don't, hillbilly. No, I don't. There's one of those moments in your life when you really find out what you're made of. And apparently I am made of concentrated pussy, because I did not do well at all. Here's the really weird part of the story. Like, right as soon as that happened, these two fat guys, I heard, "Get him, Jerry!" And these two fat guys ran across the street and started spraying the hillbilly with mace. And, like, the one guy was like, he had, like, a part in his hair and, like, little glasses. I mean, like, if you had to make a commercial of these two, it'd be like, "I'm a PC, and I'm a shirtless hillbilly. Woo!" But the mace wasn't having any effect on him. They were just spraying him. He's like, "Ah!" Kept on coming in. Because I don't know if you noticed, but mace is like Axe body spray for knuckle draggers. It does nothing. And I ran, man. I booked it. I ran down the street so fast. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, how the hell did he do that? Just grab his shirt and rip it off in one swoop. It was like if you were watching a magician that, like, grabs the tablecloth and he pulls it off, and all the plates and the glasses and the silverware is still on there. It was like he was just like, "Abracadascar," and that was it. Insane. It's weird, man. I'll leave you with this, and I sure hope this joke works. I think one of the reasons I wanted to be a tough guy so badly is because when I was a little kid, I was obsessed with professional wrestling. We can admit it now, we're all friends. Anybody else out there when they were a kid loved wrestling a little bit too much? Just a little too much? If you had one wrestling action figure, then suddenly all your action figures were wrestling action figures? That's how it was for me, man. I was like a little Vince McMahon in my bedroom. I used to plan out matches. I had like Bedroom-a-mania, and like big pay-per-view events. Everybody had a theme song. I'd play it on a cassette player, and I'd have all the big matches that you couldn't have in real life, like Hulk Hogan versus Optimus Prime. It was, oh, God. I thought Optimus was going to beat him too, man. He turned into a truck and ran Hogan over, but Hogan popped up, gave him the old funky finger of doom, and it was over, baby cakes. Done. Hogan prevails. But Christmas was my favorite time of year because not only did that mean I was going to get new action figures to add to my little bedroom wrestling league, but I would also do this little thing. I'm not making this up. Every Christmas, I would go into the living room, and you know those little figures of Jesus and Mary and Joseph that they have under the Christmas tree? Well, I would steal them and bring them into my bedroom and launch a biblical invasion on all my normal wrestling action figures. So I'd be calling the match, I'd be like, "Coco, beware, goes up to the top rope. Holy crap, it's the three wise men. Oh my God, they're giving out gifts of gold, frankincense, and whoop ass. Woo! Somebody just nailed the Deuteronomy driver." You get the idea. And then later that night, my dad would be like, "Hey, Mikey, come here. I got to talk to you for a minute. Would you mind explaining to me why baby Jesus is wearing the world heavyweight title?" I was like, "Well, Dad, to be honest with you, the reason baby Jesus is wearing the world heavyweight title is because he's afraid to give Ric Flair a rematch." "You know it. I know it. And the whole damn bedroom knows it, old man. Baby Jesus, you may be the way, the truth, and the light. But diamonds are forever, and so is Ric Flair. Woo!"